So good. I'm sad that I missed it last week.
Well, I just thank you very much. Appreciate that. Keep
I'll
me
be
praying.
on.
I'm
I'll be
still
on
rapping.
every week now.
All
So we
right.
have 2 minutes before our next session started. I just wanted to take an opportunity here. I know it's a little bit dark here. I'm gonna just like turn my light on a little bit brighter. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to our Crypto Training Center. We are excited to bring you another day of education. Today is not, we're not presenting you a business. We are presenting you an idea about financial health and how you can help yourself. We are excited to have Rosa-Lee back. She is an amazing human being, and she's here to teach us what we need to learn so that we can take care of our finances moving forward the right way. And we're excited to see what she has to deliver today. My name is Summerisen-thecryptoteacher, and I am the founder, one of the founders of the Crypto Train, and the CEO. And we just wanted to spread the love across the world globally by delivering education. So let me just give you a rundown of our scheduled weekly. So on Mondays, we have L. Cunningham from Canada, Toronto. He is here in our training room to teach you about the Ton Booster program, which has to do with Telegram's native coin. They have a really nice program where you can earn and learn how to do crypto. All right. And then on Tuesday, we have Rosa-Lee. She's here to teach us how to take care of our finances and give us some tips and some recommendation and some education on that. And then Wednesday, we have Jerry Broadway, who's here to teach us how to use social media to market our business or your business. He also gives tips on how to use AI, newest technology that just becoming bigger and better to make things easier. You can learn all about that on Wednesday every morning. And then on a Thursday, we have Daniel Steiku. He's a chiropractic doctor who left his chiropractic profession and went into crypto. He's teaching about the Banash donation program, where you can earn as you donate and other people donate into the Barn program. On Friday, we have Fred Brown, who is here, to teach about the boomerang crypto token trading. And then, I forgot, on Friday, right after Fred, then Kim Sigerson, she's here to teach crypto wallet and the back office of the Promise United platform. And guess what? From now on, I am going to be here in all of the evenings from Monday to Fridays, and I am going to teach you something every night. My goal is to tell you how amazing the Promise United global business community is and the benefit that you can get from being a member. And so I am going to be here every evening at 6 p.m. California time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. So 6 p.m. California time, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We try 7:30, and we have not gotten a lot of turnouts, thinking that is not the right time. So we're going to do it a little bit later. And I'm going to be here to take control of this training center every single evening. So those of you who are watching this and you have time, join. Okay, our ID, our code, our Zoom link is posted on the web under all of our videos. So just click and come on right in. All right. At this time, I'm going to hand it over to the one and only beautiful Rosa-Lee to take over and give us her time and her teaching. So Rosa-Lee, welcome, and here you go. Take over.
Thank you so much, Summer. I appreciate the fact that you broke down every single day, because like at first I was super overwhelmed with like what day, and then there's these like messages in the Telegram, and there's so much reading and I'm just feeling overwhelmed. I don't know if anybody else feels like that when there's lots to read. I walk away because I'm like, I can't handle all this information all at once. I don't know if anybody else is like that. But yeah, so thank you so much for breaking that down per day and everything. So I love that. This is such a great community, and I'm excited to see this grow really fast, really, really fast. Yeah, so thank you so much. I am going to talk a little bit today about the rule of 72 and how powerful that is in our own personal financial situations. And I believe that when it comes to finances or really anything, it comes to awareness, right? Like Albert talked about, we're being aware of like where our tongue is at, right? We're being aware of what we're taking in, the words we're taking in, and the words we're saying out loud to other people, right? So when it comes to finances, it's no different. We have to be aware of what we're bringing into our minds, what information we're listening to, and also like what we're saying out loud and how we're doing that and taking actions on that as well, right? So it's sort of the same concept of just being aware of where we're at and not putting our head in the sand, because we know what happens when we put our head in the sand, right? Right, exactly. So a little bit about me and the company that I am a advisor for. So the company that I work for is called World Financial Group. We're one of the fastest growing financial distribution agencies in the world. And what we are as individual agents is we are licensed in multiple states, multiple provinces in Canada. And what we do is we help and teach financial education. And it's a platform that we have access to where we can help every single family on the planet. Our motto is no family left behind. The traditional financial services industry chases after wealthy families. Let's be honest, are the banks calling us to invest or save their money or to buy products? The banks aren't calling us. The investment companies are not calling us because we are the middle income families. And unfortunately, the middle income families have been left behind for so long. And that's where we step in. We step in to help the middle income family, because why don't we deserve the same access to services that the wealthy have access to? And that's my role. So during COVID, when everything was shut down, I got laid off as well. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I need to save some money. And I called my broker, and my broker was not very nice to me. So I fired her. And then I was looking for services. As I was shopping the market, looking for services for a broker, I stumbled across somebody who asked me, and nobody's ever asked me this before. This person asked me, wow, you're asking a lot of really great questions. Have you ever thought about doing this as a business? And I was like, no, nobody grows up thinking, I want to sell life insurance, right? Nobody grows up thinking that, you want to be a doctor or a police officer or a lawyer or, a teacher, right? These are the things that people like strive to help and strive to be because we love to help. Our purpose on this planet is to be of service, to help other people, to learn things and then teach it to as many people as we can. So when this person asked me, do you think you would like to do this as a business? I was like, yes, like, let's just jump in. I jumped in with 2 feet. I just like hit the ground running and I got my license. Once you have a license, you are now a business owner. I can write off all of my expenses. It's amazing. And it takes some time, but we'll get there. So anyhow, I just want to share my screen. Is that cool, Summer?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So just for people that are watching, this is this information that I'm going to show on my screen right now. This is for Canadians only, but there is different presentations for the US version of World Financial Group. But if somebody had questions, I can definitely get them the US presentation. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so this is all the products and services that World Financial Group offers to people around the world. So we have education and access. We have investments, we do insurance, and we have multiple solutions as well. Mortgages, line of credit, debt restructuring, group health and dental. And then these are just some of the partners that we work with. So like I mentioned before, I'm an independent broker, which means I work for these companies. So I match these companies with a client and vice versa, depending on the solutions that that family needs. Okay. Hopefully did my screen switch over to the 6 strategies?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is how I help families. I sit down with a family and we go over these 6 steps. We talk about cash flow. This is a totally organic, this is personalized per family. And I meet with these families every 6 to 12 months because let's be honest, things change in our life often. And everything that happens in our life affects us in some sort of way financially. Having children affects us financially. Switching jobs affects us financially. Buying a home affects us financially, right? Getting married, a death in the family, an illness. All of these situations in life have an effect financially. So this is why we meet often and we talk about cash flow, what's coming in, what's going out. We talk about debt management. Is there debts that we need to pay off? Emergency fund, do we have an emergency fund? We talk about proper protection. If something should happen to my husband tomorrow, I know that I'm going to be set for life. And it's not even about being set for life. It's just I can take time off work. I can grieve. I can pay off debts, right? That's the peace of mind that is super important. And we talk about building wealth. Well, while we're working, while we're growing our assets under management, our net worth, while we're growing that, we need to make sure that we're doing it in the most tax efficient way possible. Then we talk about a family legacy. Not only just leaving money behind for our family so that they can take time off to grieve, but we're also talking about making sure that less money goes to the government and more goes to our family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to do a quick little exercise with everybody. So did my screen switch over to the rule of 72?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the rule of 72, and this is super exciting for me because this is how we teach families that like I mentioned earlier, just that awareness of if our money is sitting in a bank account at the bank, nothing against the banks, we partner with them, they have a purpose, But if
Yes.
we're trying to build wealth, if we're trying to grow our money as fast as possible, if we're leaving it in a bank account or a mutual fund, or I'm not sure what you have access to in the United States, but if we're getting a 1% rate of return, see this 1% right here?
Mm-hmm.
How we do this is we divide it into 72. One goes into 72 times. That's how many years it's going to take for that investment to double. So if we have $10,000 and we're getting a 1% rate of return in our bank account, it's going to take 72 years to make $20,000, to be at $20,000. Does that make sense?
Wow.
It does that just like kind of blow your mind, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that $10,000 is sitting in an investment at 12% rate of return. That $10,000 is going to double in 6 years. So we have more 6 years in our lives than we have 72 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Exactly. So now this also works against us. Let's say that we have a credit card at 18%. Our debt is doubling every 4 years.
Mm.
Right? So if our money is sitting in a bank account making 1% rate of return, and that's doubling every 72 years, what's the rate of inflation?
Good question.
We're losing money because of inflation now, right?
Right.
Yeah, like this, nobody's teaching us this. The banks aren't calling us, investment companies aren't calling us to say, hey, I can help you. We can put your money in a safer, lower risk, higher rates of return, and we can get you set up for life. Right?
Right.
I'm good.
So I just wanted to do one more quick calculation here for you. Did my screen switch over to a calculator?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So this is kind of fun. I love this calculator. It's a really good resource. I believe this is, it's a .ca, but I believe there's a .com as well. So let's just say, I know there's a lot of numbers here, but let's just follow my cursor. Let's say we have $10,000 in a bank account and we're going to move it to an investment. So here's our $10,000 and we're going to invest this for 24 years, okay? We're going to get a conservative 8% rate of return. Let's just be a little bit conservative, not too crazy, an 8% rate of return, okay? Now
Mhm.
let's say that right now we can only afford to put $25 a month in. Let's say $25 a month, and this is compounding annually. After 24 years, we have $84,299.04.
Mhm.
Crazy, right?
Yes.
Now let's say we can put $100 a month. Now look, after 24 years, we have $146,000. Now this is the rule of 72, and this is compounding. So that 8% is compounding on top of every time you add $100, it's 8% of the total, 8% of the total, 8% of the total. So as you're contributing, it's growing, but it's also growing at 8% on the balance every year. So as the balance goes up, the rate of return goes up.
Mhm.
That's kind of exciting, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that was just a little exercise I wanted to show you guys today. Hopefully you got some value. Let me know if there's any questions.
What is the website of that calculation?
This is dynamic.ca.
Dynamic.ca.
DYNAMIC.
Thank you.
Yes,
was
you're very
great.
welcome. So yeah, just a handy little calculator, and yeah, just it's about awareness, right?
Yes, absolutely. The rule of 72. And they only teach this rule of 72 in the financial world. You don't get that in school.
No, you definitely don't.
Because If we get that in school a long time ago, we would have learned how to take care of ourselves, right?
Mm.
So thank you for that. Another secret to that I learned from the Asians, the Chinese actually. I'm not Chinese. I'm Hmong American. So anyways, they don't believe in borrowed money, and they don't believe in loans. They don't believe in lease. They buy everything outright with cash. So they don't create debt.
That's actually super smart.
Yes.
Very smart.
And they buy, if they're gonna buy something, they buy gold
Mhm.
so that they can ride on the while the money, the paper money inflate, the
Yeah.
gold goes up in value. And should they ever encounter a recession in the economy or some kind of depression in the economic world, they sell their gold to live on until things get back to normal. So, how many of you guys are buying gold? I know I'm not even in the position of buying gold right now. That's why we're here together to learn. Okay, back to you, Rosa-Lee.
Thanks so much, Summer. Yeah, so this opportunity is available for anybody to become an independent broker, part-time, full-time, totally up to you. I got started part-time. I was actually part-time for 2.5 years, and I just recently became full-time. So this is really great because we have an apprenticeship program where I teach the next person how to get started, how to get licensed. I walk you through the licensing program, and it really is an apprenticeship program because you get to earn money while you're learning, and you stick with your trainer until you've gotten to a certain stage where you feel like, okay, I'm more comfortable, I could be independent now. So we do work with a trainer, hands-on training, 2 people at a time, until that person does feel comfortable to be out on their own. So yeah, I'd love to train some more people because we need more people like this because the world is a dumpster fire. We just don't understand finances, I believe. We're not taught this stuff in school. We're not taught this stuff in college or university. I took so many college courses. I was in accounting and finance my whole entire life for the government. I had multiple accounts payable, accounts receivable, financial reporting jobs my whole life. I didn't learn any of this stuff. I didn't have access to all these companies. Where the companies partner with World Financial Group, that's the only way we can get access to those companies. You have to have millions of dollars to work directly with these companies, but they partner with World Financial Group. So we can help the middle income family just because we partner with those companies. So thank you very much for the time, Summer. I really appreciate it.
Yes. If I may just ask this World Financial, how long they've been around?
Since 2002.
Okay.
Well,
I'm in
Aegon
America.
purchased them in 2002. They've been around a long time. Do you
Okay,
recognize the name Transamerica?
I do.
Yeah, so Transamerica is World Financial Group. They own World Financial Group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so whatever amount you want to invest is what you invest in. You're looking at a 18% return, or what is
It's
that's
definitely achievable. It's not guaranteed, but it's definitely achievable. It's all tailored personally to that family. So based on that family's risk profile, their investment profile, that's where they would work closely with a broker and they'd figure out what their investment profile looks like. How long do you have to invest? How much money you have to invest to start? How much money per month? we figure out your cash flow. We want to make sure that we're not making you broke every single month. That's not our goal. We want to make sure that you're investing what you can afford, right? And then we figure out how much time we're going to be investing for. And then we also need to know why. Why are we investing that money? What's it for? What's the purpose? Is it to leave a legacy? Is it to pay off debts? Is it to, whatever the investment purpose is, it's all tailored based on that individual.
How long did it take to go through
The licensing?
Going through a person's financial history and getting all their information? How much time would a person have to spend with an individual?
It takes about 15 to 20 minutes.
That's all?
Yeah.
To go through the income and outgo?
Yeah.
I would think it would take longer myself.
So how we do this, Albert, is we sit down with a family, we gather the information, and then we figure out the goals. What are the goals? What do we already have in place? What's missing? Where's some gray areas, right? How can we enhance what you already have set up? And then what are your goals? Do you want to pay something off? If somebody got sick, do you want to pay something off so that you can travel? Or, we figure out what those goals are. And then I, as the broker, would go and I would build a plan. So we meet again in a week after that. We meet again. And then I show you what my strategy and what my suggestions are. And we figure out a plan. And if the client likes the plan, then we go ahead with whatever programs are going to get that family to those goals. But it's all up to the client if they want to do those strategies, if they like it, if they don't, and we can come back to the drawing board, we can come up with other things. Yeah. So it does take some time, but the gathering the information takes 15 to 20 minutes. We meet again in a week. We come up, I show you my strategy. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And then we take the next steps to do the next things, whether it be insurance or investments. And I do all the paperwork. I fill out all the paperwork. I email it to you for signature. You sign it over your phone with your finger, and then it gets submitted to those companies, whichever companies we decide to work with.
And you email this form to people, or?
No, we sit down like over Zoom, or I'll go to somebody's house and I'll sit down with them and we'll fill it out. We fill it out together because there's some stuff that's like said that's not on the form. So I take notes on all of those things, like some of the goals and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, it's very personalized, very personalized. It's a relationship because it has to be, if we're going to help a family truly from beginning to end, it needs to be a transparent relationship on both parts, right? It needs to be a trustworthy, like-minded relationship.
Well, I'm not the devil's advocate. I'm sitting here thinking, if you go through all that and then a person don't follow the program, I guess they just wasn't serious about it. But somebody would have to really want to be serious about getting their finances in order, especially if it's raggedy. They got raggedy for a reason. Now, It might be sickness or something like that, or death in the family, and that's understandable. People can't help that.
Right.
But, foolish spending, that's what I'm telling you.
Yes, actually, I have sat down with families before that took a look at the strategies that I offered, and they said, no, thank you. But it's okay. It was a learning experience for me. It was hopefully some awareness on their part. And who knows, maybe they'll call me again in a year or two if something, a lot of people don't take action until something major happens. Let's be honest, right?
That's right.
Amen. Sometimes, sometimes people don't come to Jesus until something happens in their life where they're like, I need Jesus, right?
That's why I feel to say a lot of them in jail. Oh, they listen now.
Right.
Go there and preach the gospel at the
My
jailhouse.
goodness.
They listen.
I have goosebumps down both of my arms when you said that. Yep. And
They
it's true with
live
the finances. Same thing. People, they'll look at this.
bankruptcy.
Yeah,
Can you help? I'm about to file bankruptcy. Can you help? You know,
right. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. Okay, I like that part of it. There is a touch point with
yes,
with your company. You know, people get into financial stress, or somebody say, "Hey, I'm wanting to leave a legacy." You know, do something for the grandkids. You know,
exactly.
you got to plan. Yeah, I know you have to plan. So,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Rose.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for all your questions. Those were really great questions.
I get lucky every now and then. Rest of the time, I'm blessed.
Well,
Praying
I
for
love
the
it.
rest.
I
Amen.
love it.
Yes, indeed. Enjoy it. Thank you.
Does this Transamerica does it link with the stock market? It work along with the stock market?
Correct. Yeah. Yes. And then there's also other options in the stock market too. I know that we're originally taught that the stock market is scary, it's high risk, right? We're taught that, we're told that because,
Mhm.
you know,
I think I was in this company before in the
okay,
early 2000
okay, right at the
and
beginning, yeah.
or in the 1990 something, I think.
Mhm.
And when the Sun Bush came into power and the stock market fell, but the guy that signed me up, he put me most of my money in aggressive, so I lost a lot.
Oh no, did you stay in or did you pull
I
it out?
I should have stayed in, but I got so upset that I just pull out the little that was left. If
Yeah,
yeah, that's a mistake that I made. I should have left it in
live
whatever
and
was
learn,
there.
right? Live and learn, yeah.
Yeah, it was a learning experience. I lost a lot.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, our our emotions are attached to our money. And you know what? I get it. I totally get it. But this is what I teach my clients is if somebody told you that your home had less value, would you
Mhm.
want to sell it?
Mm.
You don't want to
No,
sell it.
no.
If the city or the town is telling you that your house is worth $100,000, but you owe 400,000 on it, would you sell it? So
No.
this is kind of the mindset that I set
Yeah.
my clients up with, right?
Mhm.
We touch base all the time. They call me, they're freaking out. They're like, I've lost money. I'm like, no, you haven't lost. This is just the value.
Yeah.
The value, they're saying that your money is not worth as much, but you know that you have the same amount of units,
Mhm.
right? So that's why we ride it out. The market's always going up. It goes up
Yeah.
and down every day, but
It
it's
does.
always on an uphill trajectory. It's just super important to stay in and you want to be there while it's going back up again. If you miss the up, you
Mhm.
lost.
That's it.
You locked in that loss, right? So I'm sad that that happened to you, but I'm glad that you've learned the concept of it, which
Yeah, I
that's the
learned.
important part, right? The important
Yeah.
part is the awareness and that you learned from that,
Mhm.
right? So sorry
Yeah.
to hear that you lost money. That's
Mhm.
too bad. If I was your advisor, I'd just be like, don't do it. Don't do it.
He apologized to me, the guy. He apologized.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd be
sorry
sick to
for
my
lost
stomach.
money.
Ugh, I'd be so sick to my stomach. I'm like, please don't take your money out, please. Like, yeah, that's your money. You want to ride it out while the market goes back up again, right? Because it always goes back up. It always
Mhm.
does. What goes down must come up.
Yeah. I didn't understand like now. I do understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
I get it. I totally get it. But yes, we're all independent agents too, right? So, I mean, it's tough because you got to find the right agent, the right fit. It has to be a
Yeah.
good fit for both of you. right? You have to
Yeah.
understand them, and they totally need to understand you, your
Mhm.
goals, and your financial situation. So it definitely is a relationship, a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you,
Great
Rosa-Lee.
questions.
Yeah, love it,
Thank you,
love
Summer.
it. Yeah, thank you. I just step out a little bit. I got a call from a coach lover. Brother Dave has been promoting like a crazy man, and this guy is wanting to make sure to see if he's legit or if we are legit. And so he's calling me while you're teaching, and I stepped out a little bit to listen to what he wants. But yeah, he might be coming on board. He is a consultant, and he does business loans.
Nice.
And he's also a good teacher. I listened to one of his YouTube teaching. They sound very intelligent and sound like Rosalind, like they know what they're talking about in their field.
Yes, yes.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Rosa-Lee. I love your teaching this morning. I learned a lot. It takes me back to the days I did get involved in the financial industry for a very brief time when I was a teacher. And I've learned a lot of these education that you are delivering. I learned years ago. And it's just good to have the refresher, bringing back and reminding me of the rule of 72 and and your cycle of consultation that was refreshing. So thank you for that. Are you at the end of your training, or am I just cutting in too early?
No, all good. There's no more questions. There was a lot of really great questions. So if somebody's just catching the replay now, I would hop back into if you're just catching on now, I would hop back into the replay and just check it out. Yeah, there's lots of good questions. So thank you guys for your engagement. Appreciate it.
Yes. And I am just, those who aren't able to make it, I know they're kicking themselves in the butt and they're like, man, I would have loved to be there to engage with Rosa-Lee. But you guys, you know what? If you miss out on today, she is here every Tuesday morning. And so if you didn't make it today in our live training center, well, you can watch the video and enjoy the training in the video. And the beautiful thing about the video is if she goes too fast about something and you missed what she said, you can back to the beginning or to that part and then re-listen to what she said, because a lot of the information she delivered was very, very important and very it's like meat, lots of meat in her teaching. And if you want to be here with Rosa-Lee, then come every Tuesday morning at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time and 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. All right. And 5:30 p.m. Dubai time. So we're here every day. Hey, just wanted to give you guys another positive note. Just yesterday, Kim Sigerson and myself, we spoke to Paulette. She is a coach, a life coach on different things, and she joined the Promise United community. And so we got another amazing human being to come and join our community. And so Coach Lava asked me, well, how much is it cost to be able to teach in your training center? And I said, it's just a one-time $60. And I believe that was a positive conversation. So just want to leave you guys with that. All right. Any other questions for Rosa-Lee? She did an amazing job. Let's give her a hand of applause, right? Thank you, Rosa-Lee.
Yes, indeed, she did. Indeed.
We are still early in the hour. Let me see if I'm going to see if Coach Lava can join us in Zoom, because I wanted to do a presentation this morning on the Promise United. But let me end this video first. I just want to say thank you, Rosa-Lee, for being an amazing human being, being a part of our community. You are definitely adding value to what we're doing, and we are just so grateful for you, to have you a part of our journey here. So see you again in your teaching room next Tuesday. I'm sure you're here sometime throughout the week, but just want to say that every Tuesday I look forward to seeing you. Thank you. And Lee's information is on the web right below the video. So should you guys want to get a hold of her, she is from Canada. And if you live in Canada and you're looking for an amazing financial planner, she is the woman to help you. All right, she is the woman to help you. So thank you. And I'm going to end this recording so that I can record the next presentation,